Hey, this is Everett, and I've just discovered something that is both enlightening as well as embarrassing. And since embarrassing things with me have a solid entertainment value, let's delve into that. So here we go. Now, I love people. I really love people. But I have to admit there are certain personality traits that drive me a little crazy. And no, that's not even true. These traits make me completely nuts. And I have a hard time getting past them. For example, I know a guy, and I've known him for years, and I would bet money that he couldn't tell me how many kids I have. Forget about knowing their names, or even if I'm married or not. Why? Because I don't think he's ever asked anything about me. At all. Ever. Every time we talk, he spends an hour talking about himself, and then we're done. He's the typical me monster. I also know someone else who must post, and I'm not making this up, 10 or 15 selfies a week. And that's probably a low number. That's not exaggerating. And then there's people who are constantly looking for attention and desperately trying to get validation for every tiny thing they're doing. And all of these things make me crazy. So I began thinking about all this, and I wanted to determine what it was about these traits that bothered me so much. So I started digging into it. And digging some more, and I really tried to look at what it was about them that got to me. And then I got the answer. And here comes the embarrassing part. See, I believe these traits bother me so much in other people because they are the exact traits that I struggle with. Yeah. So my internal wiring has decided to protect me from the pain of having to deal with them by actually feeling good at pointing them out in someone else. But that's crazy. No, I think it has some merit to it. I struggle with listening over talking, big time. I struggle with needing constant recognition and craving validation from others. Oh, yeah. So I decided to test this concept. I thought of people I knew who had different issues. I chose gambling and anger. And I pictured these people that have issues with that. And these traits didn't bother me as much. I felt I didn't approve. I worried about them. I felt bad for them. But it wasn't that painful ping that the other traits had. So why is this? I think it's because I don't struggle with gambling or anger. Therefore, I don't have an inner revulsion to it. So here's my theory. If there are certain pet peeves you have about people, if there are actions and traits that just drive you up a wall, then there's a pretty good chance that the reason they do is because your internal wiring is protecting you to try to make you feel better by chastising the same traits that you struggle with in someone else. I know, it's very weird. So I started to focus on working on these traits that I didn't like about myself, and what happened? Almost right away, the bother me level went down, began to diminish. Just a little, but it did. I know this might sound like psychobabble, but it sort of makes sense. So post in the comments below and let us know what your thoughts are about this. Thanks.